Meghan Markle's conflicts have been exposed in Revenge book. Tom Bower's new book reveals a recurring theme in Meghan Markle's behaviour, and it does not paint the Diva Duchess in a positive light. Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Sussex Daily News Today channel. In November 2017, a head-over-heels-in-love Prince Harry sat on a sofa next to his newly announced beaming fiancée, Meghan Markle. The couple were being interviewed by the BBC, and Harry spoke about the first time Meghan met the Queen. Meghan had immediately received the royal stamp of approval from the Queen's beloved corgi dogs. Harry had said that the corgis had taken to Meghan straight away. Harry said that he had spent the last 33 years being barked at by the Queen's dogs. However, the dogs immediately warmed to Meghan, and they were lying on her feet during tea. Surely this had to be a good sign. Since Her Majesty's beloved corgis had taken a warming to Meghan. With this in light, we would have thought that the Windsors, the British press, and the nation as a whole would warm to Meghan as well. People had found the charismatic Meghan to be fascinating, and it was thought at the time of the couple's engagement that she would win over anyone who came into her realm. 5 years later, things are looking completely different for Harry and Meghan. A new, unauthorized biography on the Duchess of Sussex is due to be released this week, and it is promising to be one of the most damning accounts yet of her years before and after joining the royal family. Written by journalist Tom Bower, Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors is said to be a book that the Duchess is dreading. The book claims to be a characteristically explosive and rigorously researched account of the rift between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family, touching on every single aspect from scandal to suspicion. Various excerpts of Revenge that have been published so far range from 2017, when Meghan appeared on the cover of Vanity Fair. The book covers details of Meghan's relationship with her estranged father, Thomas Markle. There are also accounts of the Queen's reaction when Meghan failed to attend Prince Philip's funeral. There is a common thread in many of Bower's claims about Meghan. Her personality had been scrutinized, beginning in the days when she was an actress on the moderately successful cable drama Suits. People began to observe Meghan more closely after she married Prince Harry and became one of the most famous women in the world. An interesting through line, according to Bower, is that Meghan ended up having conflicts and disagreements with people she came across. According to the Revenge extracts, members of the royal family, to the Sussex staffers as well as Vogue and Vanity Fair teams, all had less than favourable interactions with the Duchess. Tom Bower claims that the actress had the reputation of rubbing people up the wrong way before she had even met Harry. In March 2016, Meghan had filmed an advertising campaign for the Canadian clothing chain Reitmans. It has been claimed that she had clashed with her creative team. Meghan's advertisement had been filmed in Montreal, And when she arrived, she apparently insisted on being booked into a hotel under a fictitious name. Her production team had been baffled by this. After all, nobody in French-speaking Montreal even knew who Meghan was. Meghan had gone on to criticize the hotel's choice of bathrobes and slippers. She had wanted Dior. She had objected to the hotel's green vegan juice, saying that it was not the correct temperature. She also disliked the way they made her tea. Apparently, an assistant had sniggered, saying, "The princess is coming." The stern-looking Meghan had arrived on set, refusing to give eye contact with the crew. She frequently disappeared upstairs to her dressing room, as she was always fed up. She was known for her huffing and puffing and rolling of the eyes. Meghan had been an incredibly difficult person to work with. After the completion of the shoot, the ad's third director, Jean Malek, apparently took to Facebook and posted, I quote, "She is definitely the meanest person I have ever met. Just saying." Enormous changes happened for Meghan shortly after the advertisement shoot. She flew to London for a blind date that had been set up. What happened after the date is, of course, history. Harry had become obsessed with his new girlfriend. Meghan had become a fixture in her boyfriend's upper crust world. However, she failed to win over the hearts of Harry's friends and family. In March 2017, Meghan had flown from her home in Toronto to attend a wedding in Jamaica of one of the royals' oldest friends, Tom Inskip. According to Tom Bauer, Harry had flown premium economy class from London. However, Meghan had arrived from Toronto in her friend's private jet. Harry's close friends had been looking forward to meeting Meghan. However, they were terribly disappointed. She had behaved in a high and mighty way. She had criticized the food, and she had refused to engage with Harry's friends. She was simply not interested in any of them. In September of 2017, Meghan received a boost to her career by appearing on the cover of Vanity Fair. Sam Kashner had interviewed Meghan, but when the piece came out and it had focused on her romance with Harry, she had been enraged. Meghan had angrily called her publicists and had told them that they should have her references to her relationship with Prince Harry removed. She had demanded that the media do exactly what she expects them to do. Kashner was later quoted as saying that he had felt manipulated. Tom Bauer reveals that Meghan was angry about the piece because it minimized her work as an actor and an activist in favor of her impending engagement to Prince Harry. Meghan had been particularly upset because a key story had been omitted. It was about the letter she had written as a child to P&G to complain about a sexist dish soap commercial. However, questions had been raised about the accuracy of such a letter. 2 months later, in November 2017, the world heard the news that Harry had popped the question. The royal family was about to receive a new member. One wonders what the royal family first thought of Meghan. Meghan had been left feeling embarrassed after her father Thomas Markle's awkward paparazzi blunder. He had faked photographs of himself getting a suit fitted and researching the royal family. Prince Charles was then chosen to walk Meghan down the aisle. According to Bauer, Charles had apparently felt bewilderment towards the American girl. He had not understood her and did not know what she really wanted. After the wedding, Prince Charles and the Queen arranged a conference call with Harry and Meghan to discuss Thomas's increasingly damaging media attacks. Apparently, the call had left Prince Charles and the Queen feeling irritated with Meghan. The public knew nothing about this at the time. In October 2018, the couple jetted into Sydney for their first international tour. The couple had received a jubilant reception. Behind the scenes, though, the mood of the Sussexes had been miserable. Meghan had hated every second of the tour. She had found the itinerary of engagements pointless. She had clashed with her staff and had resented any negative comments about her in the media. The media had concentrated on Meghan's expensive designer outfits. Meghan had been infuriated and she blamed her staff for not suppressing any of the media reports. In September 2019, Meghan's guest editorship in Vogue left the editorial staff feeling exasperated. They had found the Duchess's contributions to be superficial. Again, Meghan was not winning over the new people she was coming into contact with. Tom Bauer revealed that as 2019 went on, the relationship between Harry and the Duchess with the monarchy high quarters did not improve. The Sussexes' commercialization plans, as well as their transactional relationships, had rattled the palace. Officials were convinced that the couple was completely out of control. In January 2020, shockwaves of Megxit echoed around the world. One of Bauer's allegations concerns the Queen and how she felt about the Duchess of Sussex. Prince Philip's funeral happened a month after the Sussexes' famous interview with Oprah Winfrey. Upon hearing that Meghan Markle would not be attending Prince Philip's funeral, the Queen was reported to have said to one of her trusted aides, "Thank goodness Meghan is not coming." It is a known fact that Meghan had troubled interactions with people. Then, in early March last year, The Times reported that Meghan had bullied Kensington Palace staff members. After Meghan and Harry's engagement had been announced, a senior aide apparently met with the couple to speak about the difficulties caused by their treatment of staff. Meghan is reported to have replied by saying, "It is not my job to coddle people." Quite a number of staff members had been completely broken by the couple's behavior. To date, Harry and Meghan have not responded to the damaging claims in Tom Bauer's book, Revenge. Perhaps the time has come for us to remember the wise words that human rights legend Nelson Mandela once said. You will achieve more in this world through acts of mercy than you will through acts of retribution.